Good morning. It is Tuesday, the 4th of August, and our reading for today is from Deuteronomy 26, which does double duty. It institutes the tithe, and it also presents a catechism to be presented to the family of the Israelites to remind them of who they are, where they came from, and who is their God. From Deuteronomy 26. When you come into the land which the Lord your God gives you for an inheritance and have taken possession of it and live in it, you shall take some of the first of all the fruit of the ground which you harvest from your land that the Lord your God gives you, and you shall put it in a basket, and you shall go to the place where the Lord your God will choose to make his name dwell there. And you shall go to the priest who is in office at that time and say to him, I declare this day to the Lord your God that I have come into the land which the Lord swore to our fathers to give us. Then the priest shall take the basket from your hand and set it down before the altar of the Lord your God. And you shall make response before the Lord your God. A wandering Aramaean was my father, and he went down into Egypt and sojourned there, few in number. And there he became a nation great, mighty, and populous. And the Egyptians treated us harshly and afflicted us and laid upon us hard bondage. Then we cried to the Lord, the God of our fathers, and the Lord heard our voice and saw our affliction, our toil, and our oppression. And the Lord brought us out of Egypt with a mighty hand and an outstretched arm, with great terror, with signs and wonder. And he brought us into this place and gave us this land, a land flowing with milk and honey. And behold, now I bring the first of the fruit of the ground, which thou, O Lord, hast given me. And you shall set it down before the Lord your God, and worship before the Lord your God. And you shall rejoice in all the good which the Lord your God has given to you and to your house, and you and the Levite and the sojourner who is among you. When you have finished paying all the tithe of your produce in the third year, which is the year of tithing, giving it to the Levite, the sojourner, the fatherless, and the widow, that they may eat within your towns and be filled, then you shall say before the Lord your God, I have removed the sacred portion out of my house, and moreover I have given it to the Levite, the sojourner, the fatherless, and the widow, according to all thy commandment which thou hast commanded me. I have not transgressed any of thy commandments, neither have I forgotten them. I have not eaten of the tithe while I was mourning, or removed any of it while I was unclean, or offered any of it to the dead. I have obeyed the voice of the Lord my God. I have done according to all that thou hast commanded me. Look now down from thy holy habitation from heaven, and bless thy people Israel, and the ground which thou hast given us, as thou didst swear to our fathers, a land flowing with milk and honey. Well, it's a wonderful text. I especially enjoy the little catechism within it, reminding the people of Israel who they are, where they come from, and which God they belong to. There's a little mathematical problem with the text. If indeed one takes and puts in a basket that tenth and takes it to the Levite at the temple and leaves it there, you don't have that tenth to distribute to the poor, the sojourner, and the Levite out in the countryside. And if we were to follow strict mathematics, we would say that this does not and cannot work. But of course, we are coming off of the big text from Sunday of Jesus taking the loaves and the fishes, of breaking them and having his disciples distribute them to the groups of Judeans, Galileans actually, sitting in groups of 50. And it turns out that they collect up of the leftovers 12 baskets full, more than they started with. So I wouldn't get too hung up on the math. God expects us to show our gratitude to him and our identity as his people by being gracious, giving, generous people, people who help the least, the last, and the lost as Jesus did, and people who meet our obligations to God and to family, to community, and to state. So it is not a mathematical impossibility because it happens. As we give, for some miraculous reason, we find there is always more to give, and it's always a delight to express our identity as God's giving people. Have a great day.